Nurses have a right to feel safe, but so do trans people.
Yeah, so why can't that man go and be safe in a little space on his own rather than harassing women in a female-only space?
Because that sounds like Nazism. Nazism.
Generation. Are you alarmed or hopeful at this point?
I think I'm quite hopeful.
You're a bloody disgrace.
You are? Oh, stop it, love. Come on then. Come on then. You come in. Come on. Come on.
What have I got to say? Oh, look, the mob's here,
Oh,
aren't
no, they're not the mob. Look, you can just speak.
I'm not going to punch a woman. I'm not a violent...
We're all a disgrace.
You start shouting abuse.
Hang on. Go on. What did you want to say?
I said you're a disgrace to the human race.
Okay, why is that?
Hang
on. Just let them speak.
Why? Because you're standing with all these turfs and what have you. You're so misguided. Completely trans rights and women's rights.
Stop. Just
I've
let him
missed my bus
speak.
for this because I'm...
Oh, good.
I actually
Well,
want to
okay.
participate, yeah.
Okay, so I'm really interested. Do you think that a man should be allowed to use a woman's space when that makes women feel unsafe?
I think your framing of the question is completely misguided. I'm not going to dignify that.
Okay, do you think a trans woman...
Actually, I have a question for you. When you were last in Newcastle, or the last time I was aware you were in Newcastle, there was a
Hang on.
None of your business. None of your business.
Can I just have a conversation? Thank you so much.
Jesus.
Yeah, go on.
When you were last in Newcastle, and we had the protest just on the other side of there, you had a woman speak who quoted Mein Kampf. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think she did? She did.
Right.
I was there as well.
Okay. And what was the context? What was the context of that?
It was the great lie.
It's called the big lie. And what is the big lie?
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, but what is it? What's the context of it?
Oh well, it's to do with Jewish people, isn't it? Actually.
Well, no.
Yeah, in its original context.
But what it's about is a big lie. That a lie is so big that people don't believe that you're lying. So it's a whole. It's a whole way. It's a.
Guys see the truth.
No. Yeah.
You guys see the truth.
Yeah. Well, do you think women have penises?
I think women can have penises.
Well, there you go. Well, I see the truth and you don't.
Okay. Why are you even asked?
Right. Hang on. All right. Okay. Hang on. Today. Room because a man. They saw him as a man. He pretended to be a woman, but they saw him as a man. Okay, well, you know, my frame of reference, I think he's pretending. So they were frightened, and they asked when he asked him, especially said, "When are you going to get undressed?" Right? They didn't like that very much, and then their rights were totally crushed, and they were made to move, and he was still allowed to be in the female changing room. So do you not think that they have a right to have a female-only space without him being in there?
Right. I think we can all agree, right, that there is such a thing as femicide, that there is sexism and misogyny, and women are murdered by men, right? Okay, can we all agree on that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
We also
How?
Hang on. Yeah,
Yes,
go on.
of course we
Go
can.
on. Go on.
So, why has that got anything to do with people that barely make up 1% of the population?
Oh, okay. Sorry, Rose. Right. So, when a man pretends to be a woman, his risk factor of committing femicide doesn't alter. So his risk to women remains the same, whether or not he's pretending to be a woman or whether he's happy to be a man.
Right. You were saying that I was being intimidating and aggressive.
I didn't say you were intimidating. You don't intimidate me at all.
Good. I'm glad.
Good.
Yes, I know, because this is ridiculous. I've just finished my work. I started the show. You're a bunch of losers, man. Honestly.
Okay, well, you don't. Unfortunately, you forgot to come with an argument.
Well, I wasn't actually expecting to see a bunch of turfs when I'm on my way.
Well, you should always be prepared for a turf. We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
for now, so They're going to walk out here any second, and we're doing all of this sideshow nonsense here.
Yes, sideshow. Yeah. I'm not the story.
No, you're not.
Definitely
You're
not
not.
the story.
No.
None of yous are the story.
I'm glad you're
What is
so
this?
angry. You're so
The
angry.
Trans women
You're-
are under threat.
By who? From who? From who?
From men.
Right.
From men.
Right.
I'm not
Men-
arguing with
Why men causing violence to other men is not my issue. I'd like women to be protected, and you don't.
Why would I say that women don't want to be protected?
Because you think that when a man calls himself a woman, he should have rights
But that
and
makes it
access to
sound
women's
like
space.
They're doing that under that they're going to do it under the.
I
under
don't
the
care why
assumption
they
that
do it.
They're going to do it so they can attack women. That's just
Well, you
not
know-
true.
you know
That's just
there's-
ridiculous.
You know that 60% of men that call themselves women that are in prison for sex crimes, right?
I think that's not true.
It is true.
Okay,
It's
where
true.
can you show me the
Yeah, you can have a look
statistics?
under the Ministry of Defence statistics. You can
Right,
have a look
show
at.
me- Show me right.
Why would I show you right now? Go and look it up.
I can say the same thing to you as well.
No, I think if you can just have a little bit of a look into the research, then you will come up with a totally different idea. Like, would you think that an elderly woman who sees men who call themselves women as men, do you think she should be subjected to fear, or do you think maybe she gets to make a choice about who comes into her home?
But why should she be fearful of trans people?
Well, because they're men.
Right, but men, fellas, are we all rapist murderers?
No, and are you allowed in a woman's space?
Define woman's space.
Well, let's say a toilet where only women are allowed.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman.
Right. But why aren't you allowed in? Why do we have divisions? This guy works for the NHS.
You asked. And I remember as well at that last demo that we had a couple years ago now. It was trans exclusionary radical feminists, whatever you want to call yourself. And who were you surrounding yourself with? You were surrounding yourself with
Police.
No, well, the police were there as well, but there was also men there, and I remember.
Oh my God, not men.
No. Oh.
Jesus, not men.
But these
How did we
men
survive?
are domestic abusers as well.
Which ones were domestic
Well,
abusers?
there's a massive crossover between your movement and this.
Sarah Jane Baker. Sarah Jane Baker's part of your movement, mate.
I don't know.
He served time for eating. He served time, and while he did, he ate his own testicles. He's part of your movement.
I'm not part of any particular movement.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually just for peace and love.
Oh
and
yeah, well you
respect.
seem peaceful. You seem peaceful and
I know
loving.
I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect.
You just want more men in women's spaces.
No, I want trans women or women
Ooh,
in women's space.
spaces.
But see, this
You gotta
is why-
sleep
this
at
is
night
why,
thinking about that.
You know, no, I sleep well at night. I sleep perfectly. You should be the one. I remember you called me a pedo on Twitter.
Oh, did I? Well, you probably are.
See, this is just you. I don't understand how you get so much airtime. I don't know who's.
Oh, because
paying
I'm
you.
fantastic.
Right.
Like really fantastic. And I don't do this like weird, like psychotic stare and smile at people when I talk to them.
That's just my look. And to
Yeah,
be
it
honest,
is.
That is. I'm looking like this because I'm fucking raging right
I
now.
know. Imagine women having boundaries. I bet that pisses you right off.
No, that's quite all right with me.
But
don't you?
just not women who don't want men in our
But
space,
this
right?
is why I could have. I saw the fly and I was like, oh bloody hell, here we go. And I thought, am I going to say anything? And do you know what? It's been a long day. I'm tired. I thought, no, maybe not. But
You
know,
just got too excited. I mean, I do that to men all the time.
No, it wasn't over. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh,
know
you're
it.
not a
I
man.
didn't know
I
it.
don't. Maybe he's not a man. I had thought you were.
No, I'm a trans woman actually.
Well, we know you're not. We know you're not, don't we? We know you're not, don't we?
Right. Okay. You're just putting words in my
In
mouth
your own
now.
mouth. You're putting words in your own mouth, aren't you? He's putting words in his own mouth.
Slot on GB News. I'm sure it'll be absolutely dynamite.
Oh, it'll be
I just
amazing.
wondered- Huh?
No thanks.
That's a
Is that
man.
you don't want them. Oh, I've got a few things to say to you as well.
Oh, I bet you have, love. I bet you have.
News camera, that's the one.
Is that the GB News news camera?
Yeah.
Fuck Rupert Murdoch. Piers
What's he
Morgan's
got
a
to do with
twat.
GB News?
Fucking- Right, okay, fair enough. But you're all cut from the same cloth, aren't you? You're a bunch of fascist scum, and you need to be re-educated.
Started shouting that you actually ran over to Posie.
I didn't run.
Yeah, you did. Oh, you were very excited.
I caught you on camera running over.
Oh God, is running a crime?
No, you just said you didn't
You
do
were just
it.
really, really excited
I
because
am
you
a
were
bit-
so angry.
I am.
You're angry about men who call themselves women. Like, you haven't even qualified that, what they might be. You haven't qualified how far they go. You haven't qualified when they're on hormones. You've just said, when a man claims he's a woman, that's your only thing.
Because-
They can use a woman-only space. And I think you're patently wrong. And one day, when you're older, you'll understand.
Okay, yeah, I'm young and naive. Fair
Well, you
enough.
work for the NHS and you seem to have an idea that men can be women, so you are young and naive.
I don't know what the NHS has got to do with that, to be honest.
Well, we
but-
just saw you lanyard.
Well, it's a little bit concerning. It's a little bit concerning, isn't it?
Captured organisation. Captured institution.
Well, it's also concerning that I don't know whether you work with patients and you have this view, which I think would make you quite dangerous. I don't know whether you have
What
access
about-
to
what if we have a
confidential
trans
records.
patient? What if there was a trans patient?
Well, where would you put that patient?
It's not
By
for
the
me to
sounds of
say.
it, right, okay.
What I want to say though, and do you know
They're
what?
all watching, they love it. They love it.
I know, get a life. You've not got jobs to go to.
They've probably got really good jobs, but they probably have a little bit of time off
sitting on your
sometimes.
fat, greedy asses. I've just finished work. I thought that had been established. Oh, I said, no, you've been standing here all day crying. Right, okay. No, I'm. The reason I'm not trying to, because I know. Look at that, you got 140 people listen. Sorry, I don't want to be making any kind of grandiose statements because I don't claim to be an authority on this. I know you claim to be an authority.
Yeah, because I'm a woman. I'm an authority on what it is to be a woman. I'm 100% an authority on that, yeah.
Right, okay.
So
right.
I know how it feels to be afraid with a man in a woman-only space. So I'm an authority on that too.
Right, okay, but what about, say, like, gay men that might
What about
be-
gay men?
might
They're
be
not
sub-
allowed in women's spaces
but they
either.
might be subjected to, they're also quite fearful in
So
public
should they
space.
come in women's spaces?
No, but I think, but you are not a trans woman, so why are you talking about trans issues?
Because
It's not-
I'm
it's not an
because
issue
I'm
as well, it's not an
protecting
issue.
because I'm trying to protect women's spaces from all men, no matter how those men identify.
You're not going to try and get me fired or some bullshit, are you?
I would never do that. I'm sure you'll do that all on your own.
On your own, mate.
How's that? And how's that?
Well, just keep speaking.
Look, I think you have a right. I think you have a right to be employed. I think you have a right to be employed, and I think with good, useful employment, I think eventually you'll evolve. And they have a right. The nurses have a right to go to work and not feel fear, embarrassed, and discomfort because there's a man in their space. Surely you think that nurses have a right to that?
Nurses have a right to feel safe, but so do trans people.
Yeah, so why can't that man go and be safe in a little space on his own rather than harassing women in a female-only space?
Because that sounds like Nazism. That
Really?
sounds like
Really?
creating exclusionary space for a certain.
Yeah, for a
tiny
man with a
minority,
penis. For a man with a
and-
penis.
and then God knows what you'll do with them.
You can go with the other men
Is
if you
it-
wanted.
Why can't he?
Trans women are under greater threat from men than anyone else.
No, they're not. No, they're not. 3 women a week are killed in this country. No, they're
I know,
not.
and that's bloody disgusting.
Yeah,
I agree with you
and
on
it's
that,
not
but
the same.
trans people's
A
fault, it's
man,
men's fault.
a man.
It's
Yeah,
the
they are
fault- it's
men,
the fault
but they
of
are men.
It's internalized misogyny. The most amount of domestic violence that happens. The most amount of domestic violence that happens is interrelation violence between
Absolutely.
families.
100%.
Not
But
trans
why
people,
would we
not
want?
trans people,
Why
just
would we want to put more men in women's spaces? Why would you give men access to women's spaces just because those men call themselves women?
I'm not giving men that. I'm giving women that
And what makes them women?
because they are women.
Okay, and what makes them women?
Because they've identified as women. Because if I can just qualify this, look at
Yeah.
you. He's
Yes.
heard identity.
Yes,
He's
go on,
heard
go on.
identity. He's getting all
Go on,
excited
stop,
now.
Stop, calm down. Go on.
Right, okay, you can identify as a woman, but imagine, let's all park our own kind of prejudices and what have you for just a moment and imagine what it must be like. I can't even comprehend it. What it must be like if you were to be born into a body that you fundamentally do not recognize, that leads to all sorts of mental health disorders and body dysmorphia.
Does that give you the right to go in women's spaces? Imagine this: you're a woman. You're in a public toilet. There's a door, and then you're in a cubicle, and then you hear a man's voice. Imagine how frightening that is. Do you know how frightening that is?
Right. I think you guys, if you're all about protecting women, fine. But let's go for the bigger issue, right? Which is men killing women.
Why are women not a big enough issue for you? Why are we not important enough?
No. Well, because I think you guys are completely misguided, and your efforts could be.
We don't want men in women's spaces, and unlike you, who can't even qualify your opinions,
There's
men
a lot of
aren't men
gender-neutral
can.
spaces these days. There are a lot of pubs
Yeah,
and clubs
let
that I
the-
go to,
let
and
the-
it's fine.
Let those men who call themselves women use those spaces then, and let women have our spaces. Wouldn't that be fair?
Sure. No. Whatever.
You know, come on.
No, I don't.
You
don't,
do.
And I don't.
I'm pretty
what
sure
I
you
don't
do.
understand is why you're so bothered. And well, I mean,
'Cause
so
I'm
who
a
pays you,
woman.
actually? Who pays you?
I pay myself.
You pay yourself.
Yeah.
Where does that money come from? Is that
From
just
people
going
buying
round-
T-shirts. From people buying T-shirts.
Your lifestyle, you're not getting.
Oh,
away
my
with
husband's
it.
loaded as well, so it's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay.
He works really hard.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he does. He's amazing. I'm a very, very lucky, happy woman.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're happy though. But I mean, come on, guys, come on.
So you don't want a third space, which would kind of make everyone happy, right? Because then those men aren't
One
subjected.
space, the human space, I call it.
Yeah, well, so you don't mind women being subjected to being fear and intimidated in public spaces?
Again, I've just come over because I know what you guys are about, and I think it's a bit.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
I do know what
No.
you're about.
Recognise that you just don't agree with it though. It's not wrong. It's just you just don't agree.
No, but I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong.
So tell me again, a man is a woman if he identifies
I'm
as
not
a
playing
woman.
I'm not playing your game.
No, 'cause
I'm
you
not
don't know
playing-
what you're talking
No,
about.
No, because you're setting the parameters, and it's bullshit.
You set the parameters.
No, I'm not going
Yeah,
to set the parameters.
you justify
We'll
why a
let
man
trans
can come into
people
a
set the
space.
parameters, shall we? We'll listen to trans people. No, nah, we're not having that.
Well, look.
No, exactly.
There's two sides to
Of course, there's.
single-sex spaces, right?
Right,
There's women
okay.
who don't feel comfortable with trans men in there, and you're telling me that we should think more about the trans person and say a changing room than the women who feel either objectified or uneasy due to past experiences.
Yeah.
Why is so much of the focus on the trans person as opposed to the women who are unhappy to be
Well,
sharing that
because
space?
these measures that you're trying to take place and are taking effect affect trans women more than anything.
No, they affect women who are 50% of the population. It affects us the most. Okay, 51. 51%.
I'll give you that one.
What do you want me to say? I've not got anything else to say.
Okay,
I
well,
think
thank you for coming over and talking, because I think it's really important that we understand just
No,
how
I
many
don't- I
people
don't-
like
yeah,
you.
well, I don't think it did come from a place of understanding, though, did it? It was, trying to. It was a whole lot of gottums, wasn't it? And then you start making
Because-
talking about my
look,
appearance, and you start.
I did not.
threatening- Oh, you did. You said I had the crazy eyes, like.
That's not your appearance, that's an expression. Your appearance would be like talking about the colour of your hair.
Walked round there and shouted.
You were very excited. Come on. I know it's not every day that you see someone like me, but you were really, really excited.
Fucking glad of that.
I know, I bet you are.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
You're really glad you saw me today. He said he's very glad to see me today. Thank you. I will. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you for talking. It was great. He's very cross, and he's very cross because he's very emotional about the argument. Really emotional. And what he doesn't know is he doesn't know that he doesn't count women as human. Like, they have no idea. I feel amazing. You look like you feel great. You look like you feel great.
We're talking about trans women here. We're talking
Men.
No. Oh, someone's getting angry now. Who's doing the crazy eyes now?
But you think that you can speak to women like this right now?
Like what?
Like this? Yeah, you're used to that, aren't you?
Like what?
You're used to it.
Used
You're
to what?
Speaking to women like shit.
You can speak to my women friends and they'll tell you.
Oh, no, I can tell.
Well, maybe they're not women. Maybe they're not women. Who could tell?
Exactly what you guys do as well. This is, you just say, I can tell. From my point of view, someone like you, no offense. Right, no offense.
Go on, you're going to say something really bad now.
The eyes.
Violence and murder.
Yes. Genocide in New Zealand.
Women are being murdered.
Where? Where are they being murdered?
Men's rights or men's rights. Is that what you're going to start shouting now?
Where are they being murdered?
You are just all about men's rights.
Where are they being murdered?
But this is what you do. You just get.
No, that's not true. You're more likely to kill someone as a man who calls himself a woman than be killed in the UK. And it's not even true in Brazil. Just look up the statistics, you're wrong.
Yay!
We're gonna sing.
Ah,
You want one?
go on.
Don't believe what you guys
Oh, yeah, most women. Are you speaking for women now? Oh, funny that. Funny that. Funny that. Operation
No, we speak for women. We speak for women. Well, we speak as women.
People that don't.
You're so indoctrinated, you don't even understand what
I
you're
think
saying.
you're the
No, I know exactly.
We're gonna sing.
Oh,
Can I take some literature, please?
no, I wouldn't bother. Not wasting.
Crazy boy.